Well, hey guys, welcome back to Waters Family Homestead. Well, I changed the feeders out. So, pretty sure I showed y'all that in the last video or told you about it. But I want to check and see how much feed is on the ground with the 10-pound feeders that I have used for 10 years. So I just threw them all a little bit of scratch. I've been working in the back part of the property for the last few hours, and anyway, came up here and gathered the eggs, and look at that. I used about less than a quarter of it. Well, maybe half. See the mouse hole? But there's none on the ground. Absolutely none on the ground. I dump their waters and let them fill up fresh. All they care about is that scratch feed when I throw it out most of the time. Every now and then you get one that just like, I've had enough. But anywho, let me close this gate. We'll go check the other two feeders. See how much feed's on the ground. Now these two were wasting the most. But, let's see. All right, look at that. That feeder's, they barely used a quarter of it. And none on the ground. No feed on the ground. Just pretty much what's there was left from the old, the bucket feeder. So, none on the ground. Let's go over here to Sue's side and take a look at it. Now remember, this ground was absolutely covered with it. About a quarter of the feeder. But all that feed that was on the ground, all that's left is dust. I don't see any pieces of feed. That's just one day. One day. And I dumped their feeder and let fresh water get in it too. I need to wash the feeders, but the water's clear. But I gave them all some scratch around lunchtime today. And I didn't give them as much as I normally do. So when I gave them some more a little while ago, I also gave them a smaller amount than they normally get. But they've had it twice today. But I'm going to get out of here and I'm going to show y'all. Look, there's a little bit left right there. I mean, there's only 8 hens and him in here, so they don't need a whole bunch. But the big old Tom turkey there, he wasn't down off the roost when I gave him feed earlier. He stays on the roost a lot. So, since he was down, I went ahead and gave him a little bit. Hold on one second. All right, so their grass is starting to turn green again. Just like all this out here. The field part out there is brown, but all around the pens and the house stuff is green. Look at there. Those same 3, the little rooster and the 2 hens, they've been digging in my compost pile back there. Something dug up 2 of the chickens that I disposed of, and one of them's back there rotting away, but I put it in the compost pile. Might as well get some good out of it. It's been a few days since we had rain, and I still had a ½ inch in the cage up there. So, but anywho, they have been over here most of the day, scratching all through the yard and stuff. But I hope they go home at night. They look to be healthy, but you never know. Someone else's chickens may have something that yours don't, and then yours can get sick from it and cause problems. But that's what they say anyway. But most of the time I don't worry about it. All this bird flu mess they're talking about, it's funny how the bird flu doesn't seem to affect the blackbirds and the crows and We call them buzzards. It's funny how none of the other birds, except the ones we eat, seem to be bothered by it. Does that strike y'all as odd? Sorry, I've been over to pick up some trash and throw it in this barrel. Anywho, it does me. It strikes me odd that the bird flu seems to only affect the birds that we eat. Now, and I read this on another page that I follow, and she's knows just about everything there is to know about chickens, but she was saying the same thing. She says it's real, but why, when one bird gets sick with it, do they kill all of them? All right, the way God intended for us to beat viruses is this bird gets sick with it, and the next bird gets sick with it. Eventually, one of them's going to live. They're going to get better and live. They're going to build immunity to it because they've already had it. And then your flock becomes stronger and not susceptible to it. But no, one bird gets it and they come in and kill millions of birds, and the price of eggs has gone through the roof. Why? They're doing the exact opposite of the way God intended things to happen. If you get a sick bird, try to take care of that bird, help it get better if you can, and it'll build its immune system up to that virus or whatever it is, and then the next time it won't bother it. And its offspring will probably have some of the immunity to it. That's how you build a strong flock and how you defeat viruses and bugs and all that. One bird gets it and you kill all of them, well, you just did nothing. You did nothing to help the situation, but kill off a bunch of birds that most of them probably wouldn't have got it to begin with. That's crazy. So mine have slowed down a little bit on their egg laying. I'm still getting about 15, 16 a day. I haven't counted today to see how many I've got, but it looks like about a 16 day. I was getting 22, 23 a day there for a little while, for a couple weeks. But, and I'm fine with them slowing down just a little bit. This is a false spring that we're in. It's going to get cold again. But you know what? And this isn't an animal, but what if you get a flat tire on your car? Okay? You don't go out there and flatten the other three just so it rides level, right? You go get that one fixed. You get a sick bird, you tend to the sick bird, you don't kill all the ones that are healthy. Our government is so backwards at what they do. They can have my birds, but they gonna get me first. I don't give a rat's butt what any of them say. If my chickens are healthy and laying eggs, by George, they're mine. And I'm just not going to tolerate the crap. They can try to take out the small little bird farmer if they want to, but that ain't going to happen in Southwest Georgia, not on this little piece of land. I'll defend my animals just like I defend myself. So they can bring and try it. It's going to be a hard-won fight. I can guarantee you that. But anywho, I'm going to shut up. I just think this bird flu crap is, they're blowing it out of proportion. Just like 2 weeks to flatten the curve with the big C. Bull crap. Bull crap. It's all about control. And y'all, don't let the government run your life. Live your life the way you feel like you're supposed to live it. Preferably the way God intended it. But that's your choice. He gave all of us free will. Free will. Now, free will goes a long ways. The government can't come in and take that from you. So to heck with them. They can come in here and kick me off my property. That's fine. I'll get in my truck and hook up to my camper and leave, and I'll rebuild that camper while I live in it. Ain't hurt my feelings none. I'll buy some more, and I'll do it again. They will not stop a free person, period. Guys, I'm going to shut up. I appreciate y'all watching my videos, following us on Rumble, and subscribing on YouTube. It means a lot. I do appreciate it. Y'all remember what I've always told you. Jesus Christ loves you, and so do I. Y'all be safe. Be prepared.